Vivi Omi update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. For not, welcome back. I love y'all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Dashi's not here. I'm so used to saying that. I'm so used to doing it. And it is unfortunate that Dashi cannot make it to this particular encounter. Let me go in. Hold on here. Nope. All right. This is the way it's going to be. Okay. So yeah, unfortunately, Dashi is not here. Dashi is protecting the house and all of my current belongings, which is fine. But comments, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below. And also wraithx.dth domain name, become a member, all that jazz. We have a couple things to go over. We will go over Omi first. I'm not 100% sure what happened, but we had quite a bit of a dip, especially the last couple hours. We've gone down about 4.8% on the day, bringing us back down to 00067, so we are no longer in the 0007 range. We did, however, have 810,000 in volume. How much of that was by trading bots? How much of that was by actual people? We are not sure. But let's see how it did compared to the rest of the market. And the rest of the market, over the last 24 hours, been kind of flat with the exception of Dogecoin up 1.4%, Solana up 1.3%. Everything else is flat, down, etc. In the last hour, same thing. Really, nothing's changed. Yeah, nothing's changed in the top 10. So it wasn't the fact that crypto in general was just going and having a bad day and brought Omi along with it. It's just happened to have most likely one of those whales, whether they were taking profit because they bought at 00055 or 63 or 65, and it was at the 0007. So they're like, okay, we'll take some profit now. You do have people that'll swing trade. That's going to be a fact of life, whether it's 0006s or 005s or even 1, 3, 5 cents, whatever it is. Anyone that doubles or triples their money, however small it may be, even going up by 30%, they will go and take profit. So again, you do have to expect that. And at the end of the day, we really don't have the utility yet. Is the ViviVerse going to be great? Yes, absolutely. I do have a couple of things I do want to go over with Omi before I get to the news. Let's see here. Where were we? Oh, we actually have a lot of news to go over, so I won't be going too crazy. We did have Ecomi go and say, oh, hey, here's our monthly update in case you missed it, talking about OUP, talking about cash out and all that. And ViviViral goes and says, sooner or later, one of these updates will include Omi utility, and it'll get wild out here. And Ecomi responds, correct, as in it will, as in yes, you ain't seen nothing yet. And then Vivi Digital Collectibles also responds with their eyes going like this. So I'm very, very curious to see what Reese, what Puddin Cheeks, what I think Puddin Cheeks also like this, what the new blockchain team, what everyone's been cooking. I mean, obviously we know a good amount of it based on that Omi development roadmap. That Omi development roadmap has been out for almost a year now. How much of that are they going to keep? I would say most of it. How much other stuff that we don't know about are they adding? I'm very, very curious about that. But again, it'll start off small. Most likely we'll get Omi utility in Q4, which would be the late Omi staking, where we're going to be able to go and lock up a bunch of Omi in order to get MCP tickets. And that's not the only thing you're going to get for locking up your Omi. You're going to get other stuff in the future. Like it'll roll out, you get X amount of collectibles, like collectibles that you could only get by going and locking up a certain amount of Omi. And it's going to be one set per, I think it's one set per quarter, where if you lock up, I think $2,500 worth of Omi, you get a common collectible. Again, something that you'll only get if you lock up $2,500 worth of Omi. If you lock up 5,000, you'll get a common and an uncommon. Lock up 10,000, a common, uncommon, and a rare. 20,000, you'll get the ultra rare and everything below, and $40,000 worth of Omi, you'll get a secret rare and everything below. And if you hold that for a year, I think you do get a whole like master set. But that might be something that they had just discussed and not necessarily talked about in the Omi development roadmap. So if anyone wants to go back and check that, that'd be great. But yeah, there's going to be lots of reasons, lots of benefits in order for doing that. But again, at first, it's just going to be for more MCP points. At first, it's just going to be for like, yeah, it's just to get more MCP points. You will obviously be able to use Omi to buy waitlist tickets. That's going to come after that. Could that come in Q4? Possibly. Could it come in Q1? I think that's a little more likely. Again, it is possible that we do start to get Omi utility roll out this quarter in September. I really don't think it'll roll out until October, November, but again, that's just me. And then as far as the waitlist tickets, which is what's going to start burning from the circulating supply, I would really like to go and do that in Q4, but it'll probably be in Q1. Speaking of which, there was a little bit of confusion with Omi when we had Omi Daily Burn. Who brought this up to me? Let's go back to messages. Oh, it should be right here. It's not right here. I don't. Yeah. All right. They had said, "Oh, hey, there's something confusing. I heard there was a lot of Omi burn. How much is left? How much is the circulating supply?" So be advised, in the circulating supply currently, there's 311 billion Omi. That is the max amount of Omi that there will ever be in that circulating supply, and that will decrease by 5.5 billion. We'll have about 305-ish billion left after that, and you'll be able to go and say, "Oh, okay, well, why'd that happen?" Well, what Vivi decided to do is like, "Hey, in our business development wallet, we have like 20 billion Omi, give or take," and saying, "But things are going so good for Vivi right now. We're so flush with cash that we're just going to decide to burn 5.5 billion Omi just for the lulz, for the awesomeness of it." So shout out to them for doing that. They haven't done it yet. They will be doing that over in as soon as we have the Omi to gem pool. As soon as you're able to buy gems with Omi, and they did donate another $1 million on top of that to the Omi gem pool. Wow. How that's going to get filled is whatever you have, whether it's crypto pay-in, Omi to whatever. A lot of the fees are going to go, and the fees are going to buy gems and put that into the Omi to gem pool. People can take their Omi, buy those gems out of that gem pool, and then use those gems. That Omi gets burned. Every single gem that is bought in that Omi to gem pool will get burned from the circulating supply. It's going to be us doing it ourselves. It's going to be really cool. But anyway, Omi Daily Burn had posted, here's some fun Vivi stats. Vivi did gross well over $3 million in June at 3.4, and they gross over $3.5 million at 3.8 million in July. That is, again, their gross sales. But the fun Omi stats saying that we burned 3.33, repeating, of course, billion Omi in June and 3.76 billion Omi in July. Be advised, that's not from the circulating supply, that's from the reserve wallet. Everyone, I don't know why, again, this is why there's a lot of misinformation out there. You have people taking stuff from like 3 years ago, from like the white paper, and they're saying, "Oh, this is what's going to happen. Yeah, there's going to be buybacks." And it's like, oh my God, guys, so much stuff has happened since then. And obviously, we're going to have to wait for official stuff until Vivi releases stuff officially and Ecomi releases stuff officially. But no, the buybacks are not happening. That's why they are going and burning from their business development wallet the 5.5 billion. But the amounts that this is burning from, again, it is from that reserve wallet, but that reserve wallet will never go into the circulating supply anyway. So the burn doesn't really matter. They could burn all of it. They could burn none of it. Again, the burn that they're doing really doesn't matter at that point. I think that's just a ledger to keep track of certain things. So I just wanted to go over that real quick because it seems like there's been a couple of bits of misinformation on Omi. Obviously, ask any questions you have down below. This is an AMA after I go over the news. Oh, I've been going on for 8 minutes already. Okay, so there is another thing I have to go over before I really get to the news. As most of you know, I have no problem making a speech that goes against convention, the brooks that tide of the expected, so that I may speak unvarnished. And that is what I have decided to do today. We have or I guess that's what I decided to do yesterday when I had gone on and made that post, the Vivi logo post. And I'll go and read what I had mentioned over here. Because I did get a lot of hate for that video. Just a lot of people saying, "Oh, pumping their bags, oh, Vivi is trash, blah, 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 blah. You're a top shiller, pump at its finest." So I wanted to go and read something that I had wrote to this one person that had called me a top shiller. And this person I have known in the past, and we have in the past had a very good relationship. So I said, "Hey friend, it's been a while. I hope you and your brothers are doing well." Him and his two brothers used to make Pokemon content, and that's how I originally found out about them. We contacted via Instagram. I was like, "Hey, we should collab one day." And then they found out that I was doing Vivi and Omi, and they were doing that. Anyway, I said, the reason for this video, talking about the gold and silver Vivi logo, wasn't to shill. I've always said that information should be free, and that's why I don't have a private Patreon or Discord that you have to pay for. That's why I answer every single comment on YouTube. I made this video because I'm having a bunch of whale meetings this week, and this was the subject of the first one. And when he told me why he should get a logo, I gave him a bunch of information that I hadn't yet put together and I haven't said publicly. So instead of keeping that information private and being accused of malfeasance, I decided to make the info public so that it's fair. I hope this sheds some light on why I made this video. Again, it wasn't to pump. I'm not like other collectors do that make a private group and then floor that collectible. I'm someone that, if I go and I say I'm going to hodl this, for the most part, I will hodl. Outside of that one thing with some of the rare Luke Skywalkers, I needed to sell one of those or I need to sell a couple of those, but one of them specifically for those number 41 logos. The number 41 logos are going to stay with me until someone makes me a ridiculous offer, probably in the six figures, or at least close to that. And the number 43 Lukes, I won't sell for less than, I don't know, somewhere in the five-figure range. And yeah, same thing with the logos. That logo, which again, I hold that very near and dear to my heart. One, because I have the number 41, and then also because I have another one on top of that I bought recently. And I want that because it is special, and I feel like Vivi is like my child. I feel like Vivi, always repping that Vivi shirt. Gotta get that bread. And that, the Vivi Gold and Silver logo group is a very special group, and you don't want just anyone going in there. You want people that are super. I mean, again, I really don't want to be like, like Slytherin, like you need to have the best of the best. No, like if you love Vivi and you're just a good person, you want that. That's the people that are supposed to be in the group. But a lot of people that are in the group do happen to have, again, very, it's just a powerful group, and they are integrity first. They are all amazing people. I do love every single one of them. Except for Doctor of Stuff. No, I'm joking. I love Doctor of Stuff. He had just come in recently, and me and a buddy of his, we were kind of pulling a prank on him. I love him, though. Yeah, I love everyone in that group, and, I want people to recognize that it's special for many reasons, and that's why I believe that will go for tens of thousands, if not six figures in the future. And again, watch that video yesterday. I made a whole video about it. Anywho, I just wanted to clear that up before I go and get to the rest of the news. Oh, and we do have a lot. Okay, let's see what we got here. The Wreck-It Ralph pencil. Despite there being, I don't know, let's take a look at how many there are. 176. Oh, there's only 176 on sale. But despite there being 3,687 of them, there are only 177 for sale, which is not bad. That's, like 5%. You really don't want to see more than 10%. 5% is fine. I'm okay with that. I'm fine with it, actually. I thought it was going to go lower because, everyone has these. How much is that desk going to be really worth? I don't know if that desk is really going to be worth more than $200. If that, because there's going to be so many of them. But this one you have, they're at $24. I don't know how many sub 100s there are. There's three. I'm sorry, five. And you can get one for 100. Again, the sub 100s won't matter. It's very similar to the. I mean, it will matter if you want to keep the pencil and not use that for crafting. But if you go and you have a whole bunch, a bunch of sub 100 pencils, and then you craft that, you're not going to get a sub 100. Most likely not going to get a sub 100 desk. It's completely random. It's just pot luck. So we go and we take this is a secret rare for $24, and secret rares generally are very good. I love secret rares that are one set, things. The ones that I'm talking about is, let's say, like the Fantastic Four holiday card. I have 3 of those. It's a full set. It's a secret rare, and I think they're $45. Obviously, I got a bunch of secret rare alligator Lokis. That's fine. The Young Warhol. The Young Warhol is 30 gems, and the Young Warhol being 30 gems is only, again, it's a secret rare. It is a full set on by itself. What are a couple of the other ones I have? Veb. Veb, same thing. It's only like 38 gems, secret rally. I love those types of things. Unfortunately, with the pencil is part of the Wreck-It Ralph set, so it's not its own set. But I still like it. I still think it's cool. Anyway, moving on here. We've got, like I said, a bunch of news to go over. I'll try to get through it quick. We have John Savage _E saying many influencers of the Vivi community are fed up with the. Oh wait, hold on. This is from. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Many influencers in the Vivi community are fed up with Ecomi being too slow, but you should join other communities and understand that most of the NFT Discord servers are totally dead, while Vivi is dropping almost every day. And when I say dropping, he means like dropping bombs, but he keeps on forgetting what he wrote. Sorry. what he means, like dropping drops, as in like making money, as in today, they made $141,000 on the Green Lantern alone, and that's just in the primary market. That's not in the, that's not including the secondary. And I'm not gonna lie, I did not expect that. That's $141,000 the day before Luke's freaking X-Wing is gonna drop. So when Luke's X-Wing drops, Jesus, that's gonna be like 200 something thousand dollars, and that most likely will sell out because it will. So they're having a very good weekend. They're having a very, very good week. But yeah, so I'm gonna read that again for people that don't know. John says, many influencers in the Vivi community are fed up with the Ecomi team being too slow. You should join other communities and understand that most of the NFT Discord servers are totally dead. Like I've said before, 99.9% of these NFT communities are, they're not going to make it. And it says, while Vivi is dropping bombs almost every day and coming out with new updates frequently. That is true. Then we have, all right, so that the delivery and display issues with the yesterday morning's drop should have been fixed by now. If it wasn't, let me know, and I'll go and see if I can find out what other stuff is doing. Vivi Fox, Rootless Girl, saying, Vivi wallet update. After my last post on wallet distribution by collection size, I was asked to provide the number of active wallets in each tier. Here's a breakdown of the percentage of wallets that have been active. And what means active means that you have been active or made a trade at least in the last 90 days. So you have, for the collectible size, anywhere from, one collectible. There are 375,000 wallets that have at least one collectible. And the active wallets the last 90 days, only 2,800 of them. So if you have one collectible, in the last 90 days, you had 2,800. Again, just one collectible. For the wallets that have between 2 and 10 collectibles, 186,000 wallets, and 7,600 of those are active that have made a trade in the last 90 days. And here's what gets a little interesting. For the 11 to 50 collectibles, which is, getting up there, you have 9,000 collectibles, or I'm sorry, 9,000 wallets that are currently active. That's 14%. For the 51 to 100 collectibles, which is, again, getting up there, out of the 11,000 wallets that have that, 4,500 of them are currently active, which is 39%. And then you get to the 101 to 500 range. This is where you're getting like, you like diamond levels almost. That is, out of the 12,000 wallets there, that's 8,800 of those wallets are active, which is 70%. So that's a lot of people being active. So it seems like the bigger the wallet, the higher percentage that they're active. And then you have 501 to 1,000. Out of the 1,558 wallets that have between 501 and 1,000, 1,494 are active, meaning 95% of those wallets are active, which is beautiful. It's what you love to see. And people that have 1,001 to 5,000 collectibles, I'm in this one, there's 684 wallets, and 666 of those wallets are active, which is a 97.37% activity rate, which is nuts. And people that have 5,000 to 10,000 collectibles, there are only 18 of those wallets, and 100% of those are collecting. And people that have over 10,000 collectibles in their wallets, there's 11 of them, 10 of them are active, so it is a 90% rate. Which again, I thought that's something that I think should really be talked about more. A lot of collectors are really, really trying hard, and we'll go over that too. Vivi, I guess, because I don't know if they're taking a page out of somebody else's book here, but they say Little Prince on the Moon is the first in a collection celebrating the literary classics, meaning that we'll have more literary stuff. Maybe Cat in the Hat, I would hope. Green Eggs and Ham. With over 200 million copies sold worldwide and over 500 translations, Le Petit Prince will add the perfect touch of heart to your showroom. Get yours now. Again, they didn't sell out on that, so maybe that's why they're going and saying, oh, hey, come get it. You can get yours. You can still get it. I think that's fine if they want to do that. Again, it is on Twitter, where not a lot of people really are. If you want to go and advertise, it shouldn't be on Twitter, because if everyone that follows you, they've either made their decision, like they're buying Le Petit Prince and they have it, or they're not buying and this isn't going to work. So I really wish that the advertising on this would be a little different, and they would advertise somewhere else other than Twitter for this type of thing. if this came obviously beforehand, okay, that's fine. Cool, do it. But again, just I feel like they're kind of preaching to the choir here. They're talking to people that have already made their decision whether they're going to buy it or not buy it. So I feel like this particular thing of advertising is kind of useless on it. Anyway, let's go on here. All right, I went over that yesterday. I went over that managed fund. Mr. MC1 is great. I love him. Did I go over Metaverse Life's thing yesterday? I don't think I did. Okay, so Metaverse Life saying working within the ViviVerse and realizing creating full worlds is possible. As more features are released into beta, more detail will be possible. Currently adding your own materials to make different skies, different textures, importing your own art, animated backgrounds, it's all possible. My list for my space build out is growing by the day. The level of detail to get there will be immense, and I don't foresee it ever being done creating it. The level of creativity in beta is stunning. My goal is to create an experience that you cannot capture one day of traveling around the space, but that's future Metaverse Life's problem. I don't envy that guy. Then we have a couple of people being crazy. No, not going to mention that. Shout out to Pokey2C, Vivi Silverback, and DJ Latino. Because Vivi says, congrats to this week's social sweepstakes winners. You are the proud owners of Darth Vader's TIE Fighter. Very good. Love it. Fanny Carbonell said, what about me? Vivi, I'm going to sue you. I love her so much. Can't wait to go and actually meet her in person. Haven't been able to do that yet. What the most financially depends on. Nope. Collector Spotlight. Shout out to Crypto Baby, as we know her as Athena, the Crypto Baby. Thank you for playing such an important role in the community and inspiring our inner collector. We appreciate you. What Athena had to say is, her insight is creativity is contagious. Pass it on. Her VV birthday is 14 April 2021. First collectible was the Rise of Ultraman #1, Scotty Young. Love Scotty Young. And the most prized collectible that she has is Ultimate Fallout #4, Secret Rare. The most sentimental collectible is Wonder Woman for her. I wish they would have added Y. And favorite movie is Robin Hood Men in Tights. And the drop wish list that she so wants is anime, non-adjacent. Captain America fails the Traitor's Revenge comic. Very specific, but I like it. So, shout out to Clever Jerk. I love this man more than I love this almost empty glass of whiskey. Clever Jerk goes out and puts a post on the VV feed today saying, y'all know me, still the same old G, but I've been low-key. Nowadays, everybody want to talk so they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move the lips, but the gibberish. And the reason why he had gone on and put that out is because, oh, hey, it's R2, the OG. And just kind of a breakdown on this. This is the original R2-D2 that was released in November of 2021. Obviously, everyone is really going for the newer R2 because it seems like you're going to be able to take that new R2-D2, the one that looks like him, the animated, it has sound, and you're going to be able to put him into Luke Skywalker's X-Wing. And it seems like people forgot about the OG. They forgot about Dre. And in this one, he has number 6666, numbers 2345, number 754, 8008. Everyone comment boobs down below for the 8008. 777, 321, 700, 341, 2021, number 88, number 456, number 654, number 123, number 1234, and number 1995. I love this man so much. Anyway, moving on. Oh, so when we talked about anime non-adjacent for Athena, Alex went on and commented anime non-adjacent, and then he laughed, and then he put the, I forget the name of that show with the, the memes. Shut up and take my money. Sorry, picture. So we do have, I don't know if anyone remembers Fantastic Four number 750. This was the one that was only handed out at San Diego Comic-Con. It is something that is exceedingly scarce. I think it's actually the scarcest comic over on Vivi. There's only 103 that have been redeemed. You could only get that if you're at San Diego, and you could only get that, I think, if you were new. But yeah, there's only 103 of those, and currently the floor is $695, or it was. Let me see what the floor is right now. I don't think it was kind of a very, which number is this? 570. If I put in 570, I wonder if that'll come up. Oh, it does. Sweet. Obviously, it's an ultra rare, and the number is 430 right now, so it has actually gone down quite a bit. It was 695 the other day, and currently it's 430. But again, there's only 103 of these. Oh God, hiccups. Hiccups did not feel good. Oh, I don't. Oh my God, there's so many. I'm not gonna get back to any of these messages. So moving on from that, we have Maddie Boom saying, "Love how Vivi is beginning to explore the potential of digital collectibles. They are just scratching the surface, and excited for this journey." And obviously, that little thing that he had circled there in the X-wing is where R2 would go. That little droid did it. Everyone comment down below if you get that reference. Um, I don't know the dude's name, but it's somebody that had shown all of the a bunch of Disney golden moments that he had a bunch of. What is that? What is? Oh wait, did I do something? Oh God, oh God, what is the? How did I do that? Highlight. I don't know if it looks like that to you. Comment down below if my. Oh God, what? How did I? Normal? Can I go? Oh, okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, we're good. We're good. That. Okay, all right, we're good. That was heckin' wild. Maybe I'll do that later. That seems fun. Maybe I'll get a little bit more. I will only take more drinks if I get super chats. For right now, I should be drinking the water. Got to be healthy. I did a turtle golf. I told Turtle Golf yesterday. He's one of the whales that helped set up this vacation. I was like, hey, listen, I have, and I'll go back to the news in a second. I just want to go off on this quick story. Told him yesterday when he asked me, do you want to go hiking? I was like, yeah, I'll go for a morning hike. Figuring it wouldn't take too long, and I thought I wasn't getting back into halfway decent shape. I said, well, listen, as far as time, I feel like Yoda, where for the most part, my body kind of hurts, but I could really turn it on for like, a half hour, and that's when my knees and my hips start to hurt really. And so, okay. And then he takes me on a 4-hour hike today. And this was not straight. It was not like, on just a little hill. My ankles were like going every which way. And I thought I was going to die. Anyway, moving on. So he has some of these Wallies. He has a bunch of sub 100 C3POs. There's a bunch of sub 100 Minnie Mouse posters. And I don't know what happened with this dude. But anyway, just a whale showing off what he's got. Had to give him a day rent as a nice gesture. Oh, okay. 2 years ago. Wait, what is this? Same over 150. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't read that. So people are still redeeming their gold and silver logos. We did have a wallet number 93 yesterday go over and redeem a gold and silver logo. So whoever they are, shout out to them. Dr. Prophet retweeted Matty Boom Boom saying, few will understand. And then David Yu has said, if you know, you know. So again, almost all but confirmed that the R2-D2 will go into that X-Wing. Oh my God, some of the views I had today was heckin' beautiful. I hiked 2 hours to get there. But anyway, ViviVerse prep tool number 2. This is from Brockman Blockchain saying, in the ViviVerse, your space has a sky. It's called a skybox. You can customize it with your own images. It just needs to be a 360 image. Here's a tool you can try for 12 months after you can make your own. It's called skybox.blockadlabs.com. And Ecomi going in and giving those eyes, the side eye, saying like, "Ooh, what is this?" And so this, I think, answers a question. You apparently do have air rights over on your property. Everyone in the ViviVerse is going to have their home space and their skybox. So you could seemingly go and build as high as you want, and or I guess it depends on how high the skybox is, but depending on how big your skybox is, you could probably prevent people from going and flying over your property, whether they have one of those James Bond vehicles, whether they have the X-Wing or Darth Vader's TIE Fighter. Again, you can go on and say, hey, looky here, I have these air rights and you cannot fly over it. Again, this is all speculation right now, but it does seem that way. So there is rumors that not Margot Robbie, that Taylor Swift is going to be Dazzler in Deadpool 3. I don't know if the rumors are true, but people on Vivi went ham. The Uncanny X-Men number 130, the first appearance of Dazzler, had went from $3 to $5 real freaking quick. And listen, Taylor Swift is one of those people that is, I would say, the Michael Jackson of our generation. And obviously, just talking about talent, just talking about, people that love them. Now, obviously, Michael Jackson was on a whole other level. No one will ever reach that ever again. But Taylor Swift, again, is as close that you can get to that without actually becoming that. Everyone and their sister will go see Deadpool 3 just to watch Taylor. I mean, everyone's going to go see Deadpool 3 anyway. Return of Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. And the 97, Wolverine. You see him in the yellow suit. Can't wait. So, yeah, the real world is being reflected in Vivi. Oh, Taylor Swift's going to be Dazzler, and suddenly, people will be buying Dazzler left and right. Again, that is Uncanny X-Men number 130, that first appearance of her. Again, still $5. I don't know what it is right now. We could check. If I go on the market and I search number 130, comics. Oh yeah, right there. The common is now. Oh, same thing. It is $5. How many of those were there? There were, how many of these were made? Only 5,000 of these made? Oh, why did my Vivi apps just explode? I might actually get one because there's not a lot of those, and if Taylor Swift actually does have one of those, it is her in the movie. So this is a gamble. But I'll actually go and buy one. Come on. Let's see here. I literally only had 5 gems, and I bought it for $4.99. I have 0 gems left in my wallet. That is 0, count them 0, marshmallows. Sorry, SpongeBob reference, you know what I mean. Yeah, first appearance of Dazzler. Phoenix and Cyclops are on the hunt for a new mutant when they are attacked by a group of mandroids who are eerily familiar with their power set. Plus, Kitty Pryde escapes. Ooh, this actually sounds like a banger. I might actually read this. Why is Vivi I don't know why it does that. Anyway, we have other news to go over. I have been talking for 30 minutes. I don't know. Yeah, all right. I don't have too much to go over left. Sleep in Comics has a tip saying, just because a collectible has a broad appeal doesn't make it valuable. Focus on scarce collectibles that have a unique appeal to a dedicated niche audience. Hashtag collectibles, collectors at heart, Vivi Fam Bam, or sorry, Vivi Fam, not Fam Bam. Comic books and digital collectibles. Gotta love them for that. Oh my god, a puppy. We have, yeah, this is what I climbed today. Or actually, no, hold on. Do I have it? Look. It doesn't look like much from here, but maybe this photo is better. I climbed really freaking far, and it wasn't a straight up thing like that. Anyway, okay, so we're gonna go over what is now. Oh, all right. So Metaverse Life I had posted before saying most controversial opinion about a random topic. I'll go first. Paper receipts are pointless. We waste over 500 million tons of paper a year on receipts that typically end up in the trash on our way out of the grocery store. If the receipt was attached to every transaction on your bank account, you could have faster accounting, an easier tax season, and save some trees while you're at it. If only there was a currency that, when spent, kept track of what you spent on it in some sort of ledger. Oh, wait. Obviously, he's talking about crypto in general, but Omi kind of does that as well. I thought that was interesting. Speaking of things that are interesting, take a swig of water here. Speaking of things that are interesting, okay, we'll go with the most sold NFTs first. The third most sold NFTs, or account that sold the most NFTs, Bonaspro, had sold 62 NFTs, quite a lot. Vance Legstrong had sold 77 NFTs, also quite a lot. AQKSA had sold 523 NFTs. That is also quite a lot as well. But then we have the amount of the highest hodlers, the highest people that have bought more NFTs this week. Mr. 41.eth had about 157 NFTs this week. Dude is a mad lad. Excuse me. We have eNasty 2030. I'm sorry, eNasty 0230 had bought 195 NFTs this week. And drumroll, we have Bezojman, who bought 2,145 NFTs this week, bringing him up to 19,827 NFTs. Oh my God, he'll be at 20,000 NFTs next week. I need a second to Jesus. Obviously, Dr. Profit is falling much behind. I know he's got 16,000 NFTs, but Bezojman has almost 20,000, and he will get there by next week. Speaking of which, we're going to go over a couple of things here. Now, in order to get in the top 500, you now need 1,205 collectibles. Count them, 1,205 collectibles in order to get in the top 500 wallets. I did make a little bit of a splash here. I am currently number 372, so I'm in the top 400 wallets. I now have 1,400 collectibles, and out of those 1,401. And I only added 9 collectibles last week. I didn't add a ton, and I just had 1 right now, so I'll have +1 by next week. I'll try to get more. I'll keep y'all posted. And then what I also wanted to go over was the positions climbed. We had someone named D416 who is now 442, and this person was not on the list last week, so this person had climbed at least 60 spots. So shout out to them. They now have 1,200 NFTs. Super chat coming in from Maxwell saying, "Beer money, yo Randy, up to 80 million. Let's go." All right, thank you Maxwell for the super chat. That means I can go and grab a little more of a whiskey, a little more of the bubbly. I'll just bring the bottle. Oh, BRB. Oh God, my legs. Oh God. Owie. Owie. Baby, let's be saboteurs. Baby, let's be sad. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. We're going to have a gentleman's pour. A gentleman's pour is, I believe, index finger? One index finger. We'll see. Well, thank you, Maxwell. You are a gentleman and a scholar. And actually, I'm going to... Oh my God, I love you so much. Still love you so much. My friend Everton, such a good dude. Shit. All right, yeah, I'm might eat something a little bit as well. All right, I'm almost done. I'll get to comments. Oh God. Randy, what is your code for Earth 2? I'm gonna start using yours every time I buy a property, but you need to upgrade your code so you get 7% instead of 5. I'll say my code is down below. I never upgraded it. Yeah, but the link down below to my code, I'll get 5 for now. I'll get 5. I'll get 5%, that's fine. But go, and by the way, if you are going into Earth 2, link down below to the game, link down below to my Megacity, and link down below to my referral code, where if you go and you use my referral code, however much you spend from buying from the Earth 2 game, you get 5% back. I think that's pretty legit. And Bill, cheers. But yes, I will upgrade my code at some point. And Maxwell, thank you, saying, get another shot, my guy. Okay. Water first. Okay, shot of water, because we need to stay hydrated. And also, that's the other thing. When this guy Turtle Golf is just like, yeah, like he didn't say how long the hike was, and he saw me drink quite a bit last night. And then he decided to murder my legs this morning. Cheers. Okay, I should really put a cap on this at some point, but Maxwell, yes, a quick gentleman's pour. Okay, that might be a little bit more than a index finger's worth, but I'd say that's fine. I'm going to go grab some more water. Yeah. I'm in the kitchen of the vacation house, hotel, place. Dripping faucet. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Far too kind. Okay, news. And then I promise I'll get. All right. do I? I've gone 40 minutes. I don't need to do any more news today. I will do the rest of the news tomorrow. Like I said, it's already been 40 minutes. Ooh, what's latest in Randy G's life? Come see. I don't know why it's like G Rand. Okay, hold on. Let me go and message my man this here. Oh, actually, you know, this is a good idea. Everyone, free way to help support the channel, click that thumbs up button. Share, copy. I'm gonna get this over to my boy. Currently live. Come hang. Okay, where are we at? Oh God, it's another. Bilgar says, if you upgrade your code, you can also use a name such as Chavez Cat instead of numbers. How do I upgrade the code, Bill Gardner? This is, ooh lordy, this is gonna be a long-o night. Remember Jar Jar Binks saying, oh, long-o time? Can't remember the exact quote. All right, maybe let's be saboteurs. Okay, that's such a good song. We are going to go and get to the, oh yeah, yeah, I guess I could make it Chavez Cat, or Chavez Cat 5, or Master Chavez, whatever y'all want. So we have Wes saying my body is ready. Thank you so much, Wes. All right, we're getting the comments right now. Turtle says, let's get this butcher. Me and Turtle went to eat. Me and Turtle had some very good discussions over this last couple days. Whales are going, again, nothing happens by accident. Everything I do is for a reason. And all of these whales that I am having here this week will be going and getting more Omi. They may or may not be getting another logo. Most of the whales that I know that are coming do have one, but some don't. And that is really what I'm pushing this week, because again, I see that long-term value. And this is something that I had addressed. If you're just getting here, I did address this earlier in the video at like the 2-minute mark, right after I mentioned Omi. I had to go and talk about that. That is, again, that value of that will last a lifetime, possibly multiple lifetimes. You leave it onto your kids. Michael Vick, oh, I know of you. But you were bad to those dogs. Obviously a different Michael Vick. Anyway, Michael Vick saying, let's go. How you doing? Jason Pena says, let's heckin' go. I love this game. VV Virgin saying, let's freaking go. Oh, I love you guys. Smarty Pants 187 says, was good. Yo, was good, Smarty Pants. I hope you're doing well. Smarty Pants is one of the ones that has 10% of the Pluto lenticular cards, which totals to about $80,000, maybe a little bit more. Absolutely insane. Big A says, nice score on Green Lantern today, Wes. Oh, Wes, what did you get on Green Lantern? Comment down below. I'm very curious. The Green Lantern one is, again, I'm surprised that sold out. Not because that it didn't look good. It does look good. But I'm surprised that I figured everyone would be saving their gems for tomorrow, because tomorrow, you have the, Luke's X-Wing, which is super popular. So to spend $141,000, again, the VV fam spent $141,000 today just on the drop alone, not including the secondary market for people that didn't get one and they currently want one and all that jazz. And let's see where Everton says, I'm just about to see a movie preview, it's 25 minutes long though. Okay, cool. Can we talk tonight? Phone call? Video chat? Your choice. Oh, I love that. Oh God. Oh God. Oh my God. All right, I'm sorry. Moving on here. Baby, let's be saboteurs. Omar Casadre says, hi there. Oh, hello there. Oh, General Omar Casadre. Wes saying, thanks, Big A. Omar Casadre says, how's the vacation? Vacation's really good. Oh, I have some food in here. Oh, wait. Yes, I have some food in here. Oh, my body. So I obviously had some food. I had some dinner just now. I didn't think I was going to make it because I had, the service is good, but the speed in which the service was had, I was like, oh my God, it took a long time to get a burger. So I don't know what that was. Anyway, what do I have here? Oh, I got a wrap. I got some fries. They're cold fries. Still pretty good though. That's silverware. I have a butt ton of knives, but I don't have silverware. It's fine. You don't need to see me chew. I was saying Omi gonna blow up at some point. Again, everything that I talked about in this video earlier, everything that I talked about with Omi in general, people understand, I hope, mostly, but they don't really do anything about it. It's like guys, at least in the military, it's like guys and using condoms. They know that it's better to use them. Helps prevent pregnancy, helps prevent the spread of STDs, but a lot of guys just don't want to use them. And it like baffles the mind. Like everyone knows how to get in good shape. You eat a lot of vegetables, you eat lean meats, you eat balanced food, and you exercise. Nobody does it. I feel like a lot of people know and understand, or at least a lot of the people that watch me, where I talk about Omi all the time, they can understand what a lot of the catalysts are, but they don't act on it, or at least most don't. And a lot of the catalysts that we know what they are, we know they're coming, they're not priced in yet. Like they're not at 0006, they're not priced in yet. So I'll probably start getting a little more. I should make a video about it because people are like, Randy, you haven't bought any Omi in a while. You're always making posts about it. And it's like, okay, well, you know, like I said, I've been living this good life, and I want to keep on living it. But yes, I should get more Omi. I will start to again soon. But I do want another logo though. Anyway, Eddie Almeida says, you go for Elmont X drop today, bro. I did not. I know they do tend to drop fire every now and then. I don't know what they had today. I didn't even go for the Green Lantern drop today because I was on this 4-hour hike. The hike was pretty wild. I lost my land legs. I actually got my foot stuck between a rock and a tree at some point. I was like, guys, oh my god. I thought I was going to get stuck, but I didn't. I was fine. What's up, potential human? Greetings, electric meat monsters. Donate Randy's thumb. Smash that like button. We would love it. And the human says a thumb. Hit like. Yes. Eddie Almeida says, I like y'all. Pump your bags. Pump it up. Bill Gardner says, what up? Bill Gardner, my man. My friendo. Oh, I love you so much, man. Justin S. McDevitt says, I am interested. Tell me more. Tell me more. Tell me more. Does he look like a bitch? Sorry. There's a TikTok. It's a TikTok sound. Had no lot to say. Sorry. Just got here. What did I miss? What about Omi? I'm not gonna lie, that comment was 36 minutes ago. I'm not sure what I'm not sure what I had missed. I think the first couple minutes is about Omi. Stan says the Green Lantern animation bolsters my belief in Omi. Wow. Yeah. The animations have been incredible. Like the quality of these collectibles have been incredible and have been increasingly better with every passing day over the past couple months. Very, very excited for where this goes. Androdero says, thanks for pumping logos. Still holding mine to sell to one of your whales. Listen, Aldodero, you could sell one. So one sold today for $3,900. Nice. Yeah, sure. You could sell for $4,000, and you could go and net 3,800 of it, and you could go and yeah, you could have a $3,800, and if you cash out, you get what is that? $3,400. So out of the $3,400, you could buy, what would that be? Let's say about 5 million Omi. 5 million Omi is good. It is. Will that make you a millionaire in 2025? Well, if Omi gets to 20 cents, sure. Which, is it possible? It's possible. I think a little bit more realistic would probably be 10 cents, which is still $500,000, which is freaking nuts. No, it's not, right? Because, all right, I'm sorry. If you have 5 million Omi at a dollar, it's $5 million. Yeah, 20 cents is a million. So yeah, so at 10 cents, if you have 5 million Omi, that's $500,000. It's freaking nuts. Yeah, that's crazy. You know, to have 30, yeah. Because, you know, 100x would be no. I'm sorry, because we have $3,400 right now. At 100x, that would only be 340,000. Oh yeah, no, 10 cents would be half a million for you, which is freaking nuts. The fact that we're probably gonna get there. And even if you want to be super conservative, like we're not getting there, we'll max out at 5 cents. Okay, well you have $250,000, like God forbid. Um, that's life-changing money for most people. Like that pays off school debt, that gets you a house. There's a lot of people right now, especially my generation. Decent amount of my generation still lives with their parents, but a lot of my generation can't find a place to live. They have to move to like a really poor area, or they have to leave state because New York is expensive, and that's where a lot of my peers are or were. And the $250,000 gets you a good down payment on a house. Use 100K, 150K down payment. You have extra money in the bank, do whatever. Assuming you could actually afford the payments on the house, but even if you can't, okay, get an apartment that costs you 2,000 a month. Okay, that $250,000, that lasts you 100 months. That lasts you a long time, and that's if you don't work, and that's just for rent. But and again, like as I told the whale I've been speaking with the last 2 days, hey, listen, all the collectibles are great, and they're fun. Like they're fun. I love to collect these, but I told him Omi's the best bang for your buck. Omi is the one that will make you that life changing money. And again, the whale I'm talking to this week has tens of millions of Omi, a very good amount. I'd really like him to go and get 100 million, or more. But the person has a lot that's going on, so maybe that may or may not be possible. I don't know. Anyway, Stan says the Green Lantern out. Yep, just said that. Adrildero says thanks for pumping logos. Still holding. Oh yes, I mentioned that as well. Big A's laughing. Eldro says good to see you, Big A. Big A says hi. Naruto says where are you at? Currently, I am in the United States of America, continental U.S. I am in the Northeast, and that's all I can say right now. We do have JKRB. J is in Joker, K is in Kilo, R is in Romeo, and B is in Bravo saying, good morning. Good morning, sir. Good morning, JKRB. I hope you're doing well. Cheers. Kegs and eggs, brother. Bilgar says, so do you think it will always be part of Wreck-It Set? Because if that is the case, actually set holders will be scarce. Most will burn the pencils. That is possible. Yeah, I mean, it's currently part of Wreck-It Ralph now. I don't think they would change that in the future. But yeah, it will be scarce in the future. Maybe, depending on how many people actually get the desk. Which again, well, we have a couple ways to go about this. We have let's say it goes the way of Thanos. People lit about $1,300 on fire in order to get the gauntlet, which is between $100 and $200, and they get the secret rare Thanos, which is like $400. So let's say max, they lit $1,300 on fire, taking all of the Infinity Stones, they put it into the empty gauntlet, they crafted it, and they only did that for $600. Again, max, $100 to $200 for the gauntlet, and 400 for the Thanos. So if this does go the way of that, let's say all of these pencils are, let's say $30 each. Okay, $150. If it goes the way of Thanos, the desk is only going to be 75 gems. I think though people have gone and learned their lesson, and they're going to wait for a couple people to craft, and immediately, if the item that they craft is only going for like $100, well, why would you craft? Because then you could sell the pencils for $150, which let's say you net $130. You get the collectible for $100 on the market, and then you net the extra 20 gems. Like the only reason you do that maybe for a lower mint, maybe because you're able to mint if you mint it yourself. I think it's going to be worth a little bit more in the future as opposed to buying something that's been passed around a couple times. Again, things that are pure tend to have higher value, at least to certain men. Well, I would say not just that. I would say to people in general that are high in conscientiousness, that are typically grossed out by certain things. I would say that. Um, but it could go the opposite way. It could be like people like, hey, I have this pencil, and okay, if I craft it, I'm gonna have to buy another pencil to complete my full set, and then I'll go and craft it in order to get another set because they want to have as many sets as possible. I don't know the rarity that the desk will be. I'm hoping a secret rare, and if it is, okay, well, people will get that. And yeah, maybe you could have it that as people are starting to go and craft, maybe the pencils drop to like $12, which is a little wild because they're secret rares. So I don't think they should be $12. At least this one's a secret rare. The one that you're going to get for, what's that called? The one that you're going to get for the Arendelle, the Frozen series, that may or may not only be, that might be an ultra rare. Well, we don't know the rarity of that pencil. For you to burn 5 secret rares, that's a lot. And I just don't know if people are going to do that right now. What did my boy Everton say? Oh, that was not Everton. I can't. It'll probably be a bit late for me when the movie ends. Sounds great, fam. Enjoy the movie. Okay, moving on here. But yeah, so there's a lot of things that could happen with the pencil. If it goes down to, like, let's say the pencils eventually go down to, $10, and each, and then the what's that called? The desk could be $100. Okay, we'll buy all the pencils for $50, and then craft, and then you get the 100 gems, then you get something that's worth 100 gems, and then buy back the pencils, keep doing it. There could be that. I don't think the people would let that go on for too long. But again, it's just going over scenarios here. So it says, is it all gold? Everything in the ViviVerse? Rumor has it that the shimmer is glorious. Rumor has it that the... Oh god, I'm too close. Baby, this piece... Oh, there we go. No, it's not all gold. Everything looks amazing in the ViviVerse, though. Like, oh my god, it looks so good. Again, the collectibles look good on Vivi, but in the ViviVerse, it's like, oh my god, very incredible. Chico Morego says, how do you see Omi being used in the ViviVerse? Well, couple ways. I see Omi being used for accessories, which again, phase 1 of the ViviVerse is supposed to be the home space and accessories. Now you are going to have the options to adjust lighting and make different things, which is fine. You can make a lot of things in the ViviVerse, but there's going to be things that you're only going to be able to make that are Vivi specific mostly, and you're only going to be able to buy with Omi. Maybe you might be able to use some MCP points, but I think Omi, which again wouldn't really matter one way or the other, because MCP points, in order to get more MCP points, spend some Omi. Or lock up some Omi. So I don't think it really matters. I would prefer it if Omi was the only currency you could use, but again, they probably want it open to everyone. And then let's say they do this. Let's say they say, hey, you can pay for it in ETH, but in ETH, let's say something's $10 worth of Omi. Well, in ETH, it's going to cost you, $12 worth of ETH. And if you decide to do that, okay, well, that extra $2 is going to be used to buy gems, and then go into that gem liquidity pool, or it's going to be used to buy Omi and then just burn it. So either way, you're going to have Omi being burned. I would really like something like that. But Omi is going to be obviously used for land, accessories. You're going to have betting on there. You're going to have people doing wagers. I cannot wait. You could already have that with Feesh, with the Feesh arena. You have the Feesh in the battle mech suits. I think Brock said you're going to be able to have the Marvel Mighties in the battle mech suits as well. I don't know if that had happened yet. I got to ask him about that. I got to try to get him on the podcast again. Chris Aloro, how's it going? Says, "Hey Randy, can I be in your whale group?" Listen, it's not my whale group. Well, there are two Telegram whale groups, three Telegram whale groups that I'm in. Two of them are Jordan Reese's. He's in control of both. He's admin of both. The third whale group that I'm in is not necessarily whales that are current whale. Well, they're current whales, but they're not. None of them except for one. Well, one of them is known. The other, there are two others. One of them isn't there anymore, and the other has been known but hasn't really been active in a long time. These other whales that, again, many of them have as much as me. Many of them have more than I do. They are old school. They got Omi well before I did, before the initial pump. They got at 4 zeros mostly. So that, and again, that's not my group. That is a group where they're a very different breed. They've been hodling for 3 years. So, quite a lot. It's not just 2.5 that I am. I don't have control on who goes into any of those groups. If you're talking about my whale group, like the ones that I advise, some of the ones that are being brought here this week, shoot me a message on Twitter. We'll talk, and then we'll see about getting an invite. Carlos Castro says, "Oh yeah, that's when I had." All right, yeah, well, that was when I had. What was it? This? Oh wow, this is wild. I'll try to do a question like this, and I'll see what happens. As well, Randy looked like the take on me. Take me on. Sorry. Oh, I wonder if I could give you guys some of that. What's that called? Nightmare fuel. No. Oh God, the teeth. Oh, this looks weird. I don't know if I can do this. Nope. We're going back. Okay. Here we go. Where was I? Sketchbook Randy. I love this look for you. One shower. Well, I showered this morning. Well, yeah, afternoon. After the long hike, I had showered. I don't know if I can be on the shower, like bring you in. I can't bring you with me in. I could bring you on the opposite end of the. You would have to super chat me a ton of money for you guys to be on the counter, and then like me actually being in the shower. Like you'd only see from like here up. But yeah, and also it doesn't look good. It'd be a ton. John, I gotta take a picture of that because that's hysterical. Where's John? Okay, there we go. My fans asking me to shower while on stream. Life is wild. Okay, where is it? Okay. All right, send next. My story. Oh yeah. All right, sorry. Moving on here after I have been so subtly catcalled, which I love. Bill Gardner says, "I'll be there waiting for you. I'll be there for you." Carlos Castro says, "Air right sound lame. It's just what could happen." Sam Picasso says, "Need one of those Wakanda Force cloak fields." Yes, it would. Wakanda forever. Ted Logic says, "I never want to hear Taylor Swift and Michael Jackson in the same sentence again." Why? I'm very curious why. Now, I don't know if you're younger or older. If you're younger, you're obviously gonna love Taylor Swift more, and you will have the impression that Michael Jackson was just accused of certain things, which he may or may not have been guilty of. I don't know. I wasn't there, but the consensus is that. Well, I don't know what the consensus is. I don't think he was ever found guilty of it or of anything really heinous. I hope not. But yeah, so we'll go over this. Listen, I don't think anyone will ever be as big of a presence as Michael Jackson. That was, I don't know how many of y'all were alive for it. This man, people were fainting over this man at the Super Bowl. Like this, he could not go out in public or else he would cause mayhem. He was cause traffic jams. He went to was it a Lakers game? And celebrities at basketball games, are pretty freaking common, as, for the most part, as long as I've been alive. But when Michael went, people could not control themselves. Like people would like bum rushing him, like, "Oh my God, Michael!" And the dude had to leave. Like they had to ask. I don't know if he had to ask him to leave, or if he's like, "Oh wow, I'm causing too much stuff. I can't go here." Um, Taylor Swift's been at basketball games and been okay. Obviously, Taylor Swift is, the Bay of our era. But Michael Jackson had this amazing feel that was bigger than life itself. Um, and obviously Taylor Swift has a bunch of that, charismatic. Everyone loves her. One of America's sweethearts. But Michael Jackson was just on another level. And again, I don't know where you fall in the who's better, Michael or Taylor, but well, it's my idea. Maxwell says beer money. Yo, Randy, up to 80 mil, dude. Congrats, Maxwell. 80 million is nothing to sneer at. It's amazing. We have Bill Gardner saying, Randy, what is your code for Earth 2? Again, for everyone that's logging into Earth 2, I know I need to upgrade my code, get 7% instead of 5, and he even super chatted again saying if you upgrade your code, you can also use his name as Chavez instead of other things. I agree. I know. I understand. Link down below to the Earth 2 game, link down below to my Megacity, and link down below to my referral code. Maxwell says, get another shot, my guy. Cheers. Dog Boy says, hey, Randy, what's up? Rita Baby and Dog Boy say, what's up? Miss you, brother. I miss you guys, too. Tell Rita Baby I said, hey. I love you guys, and I'll see you soon. Hopefully, are you coming to New York Comic Con? Hope you're coming to New York Comic Con. Jeeves says, Randy, can we see Omi at 50 cents? Okay, all right. I'm gonna take a. That's really good. Like chicken salad. All right. Okay. Also, no more alcohol unless I get super chats. This is, yeah. Water is probably best. So I was answering this question from the whale, and he said, like, hey, predictions, what could we get to? It's like, okay, well, what could we get to? Things could get super crazy. But I told him, like, okay, well, we'll do bear market first. Bear market, you're most likely looking at, or not bear market, like not worst case scenario, but bad scenario. You would get Omi at, things are delayed. Let's say we have no Omi utility this year. Omi might even dump a little bit, go to 0005. And then it starts to roll out a little bit next year. Regulatory concerns, maybe, half of what they want to do with Omi, they can't do. Okay, you're still going to have a freaking lot. But let's say half of what they can do with Omi they can't do. I think conservatively you get to like 2 cents. Like if a lot of things, like 80% of things go wrong and we're delayed a lot, I think at the height of the next bull market, Omi would be like 2 cents. Again, this is a very bear case scenario. My base case, conservative base case, I'll say like, okay, 6 to 8 cents. Conservative base case. Things get delayed, as always, a little bit of regulatory concerns, a little bit of things we're not allowed to do. But we still roll it out anyway, albeit a little bit delayed, 6 to 8 cents. My base case, hey, things are delayed as usual. Maybe ViviVerse doesn't catch on as much as we would like it to. Maybe Vivi in general by itself doesn't catch on as much as we would like it to. But this Omi rollout, I'm not going to go super hyper bullish on this. This is my base case. I would say that Omi could reach 10 cents at the height. My bull case, not my overly super golden goose egg case, but my bull case is that no regulatory concerns at all. No, Gary Gensler gets fired or does whatever, and we're able to roll things out a little bit delayed, obviously, because that always happens with tech. But everything that we want to roll out does roll out, again, just delayed. But, at that point, let's say we get a little bit of hype. You get most likely a bunch of other influencers that have no idea what Vivi and Omi is, but they want to go and pump up their numbers. And, they'll learn, some of them. You could see 12 to 15 cents. Now, the golden goose egg scenario can get very squirrely. It can get very, very wild because you have a bunch of people here right now that are in the community that are very smart, that are successful in real life, that really don't have any Omi. They have a bunch of Vivi stuff because they understand that IP is key and first appearance is key, and Vivi is blowing absolutely everybody out of the water. There is nobody that I see that can come within a mile of what Vivi's done, and what Vivi is continuously doing. You'd need Apple, Amazon, and Tesla to like Fusion Ha and come out with like an amazing NFT thing, and maybe you get something that could beat Omi this decade or Vivi this decade. But you have a bunch of whales that are really just focused on Vivi because that's the guaranteed stuff. Nothing's guaranteed, but that's the thing that's super safe. First appearance of Mickey Mouse on the blockchain is going to probably be worth something in a few years. I mean, it already is. It's already worth thousands of dollars. Same thing with Secret Rare Spider-Man. Same thing with Secret Rare Miles Morales. Same thing with a bunch of these IPs. Probably going to be worth a lot more than it is now in 2 years. And that's just in 2 years. Not including the end of the decade. So I understand why people are going hard on Vivi. I've also gone hard. I have... Comment down below, that's what she said. I've also gone hard on the Luke Skywalkers. I have the number 43 matching set. The lowest matching set that most anyone would be able to get. And the number 41 Vivi logos. No easy feat. That aged me. And so I understand why people go hard on Vivi, but whether it's the fact that these people don't understand on what's happening with Omi, or they understand what could happen, but they're not yet willing to take that risk because nothing's happened yet. Like, okay, yeah, I get it. Vivi and Ecomi have plans for Omi. And some people, they have no problem paying 4x the price now in the future when they've established themselves and, okay, I see what Omi's doing, I'll buy it there. 1/4 of 1 cent is still pretty cheap. They'll buy it there. Cool. And then you have people that aren't looking at this as a logical point of view. You have these people that are going and saying, well, it's boring. It's not doing anything. It's like, it's dead. Look at the chart. I'm not even talking about TA people. I'm just talking about people that are saying, well, Omi's done. It's been 3 years. There's no utility. They talk about things, but they never do it. Their tune will change. Just like the barrister, not the barrister, just like the Pied Piper. Omi goes up 30%. Maybe look at it. Oh, 30%, yeah, it's going to come back down. And maybe it does. Maybe it consolidates. Or maybe it starts to catch on. We have utility. Omi starts to burn a lot. And then people go and say, oh, okay, Vivi's actually delivering. Comi's actually delivering. All right, now we can get on this. Now we can go buy it. But then the whales are buying first. Again, smart money will come in, but smarter money will come in first. And people... There was this music teacher that I had. Well, I didn't even have her. She was a band teacher. I played violin. I was in the orchestra. I was a high-class broad. Anyway, one of her favorite lines to use to teach all of her kids is, okay, when you crescendo, you have to go and exaggerate it because the audience is stupid. People are freaking stupid. People do not like to buy when it's boring. People do not like to look towards the future. People don't look at life in years in advance. They look at it the here and now. They look at it days and weeks in advance. And that's it. People won't buy at 00067. They might not buy at 00097. But they'll buy at 002. And the ones that don't, be like, oh, 002. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it did its run. And then 0035 will happen. Well, people are saying this go to half a penny. All right, this is better than nothing. They'll buy a little bit at 0035 just to see what happens. It goes up to 005, and then guess what? They don't take the profit. They go and they buy more. Oh, it's going to go to a penny. And eventually it will. And then like, oh, okay, I'm going to buy more. And people buy on the way up. They don't sell on the way up like you should and buy on the way down. They buy on the way up. And a lot of people, this is going to be their first bull market. I mean, a lot of people, it's their first bear market right now, so a lot of people are pissed. But people that are just getting into it will not know the vicissitudes of the last couple of years. They'll just say like, yo, Omi's going up. What? Omi just did like a 1,000% raise? raised by 3,000%. Oh, we got to get this bread. They don't understand. They don't look at market caps. They don't understand that, like, oh, we're at 3 cents, we'll go to 10 cents, which again we should. When we're at 10 cents, yo, we can go to $1. They don't look at the market cap. They don't look at the burn. They just look at the feel. They just look at the hype. They get on the hype train, whether it's to, oh, Omi's super hot. Oh, let me impress this girl by buying a bunch. Yeah, I got a bunch of Omi. Yeah, I got it when it was. They'll lie and say they got it at 5 cents instead of 10 cents. Well, yeah, I got it, a little while ago. I got this much. I made this much money. And you're going to have people do that again and again and again to no avail. And it could potentially, if we reach meme coin status, if Vivi and Ecomi roll out everything that they want to, it could, which is not likely, but it could reach 20 to 30 cents. And it could, in an ideal golden goose case scenario where everything's happening, super epic bull run, and we burn a ton, and because people are stupid, greater than 0% chance, get 50 cents this bull run. I will sell 99% of my Omi if that happens. And again, 50 cents. If let's say we only burn, let's say we burn 100 billion Omi. Okay, well, at $1, that's $200 billion. Like, it's to reach 100 billion, which is almost what Doge reached last bull market, and Doge has no freaking utility. Well, I think Doge might have it. Elon Musk is pumping it. But yeah, $100 billion. The Omi should not reach that. It should probably not even reach half of that. $50 billion. Okay, 25 cents. It probably shouldn't. But again, people are dumb. They won't buy down here. They'll buy when it's pumping. I'm not wrong. Again, there's a very, very small chance of that happening, but it could do that. So you asked me 150-cent Omi, and it could do that. Most likely it won't do that, for until the next bull market. Then it'll go far beyond that. Wes says, guys, don't get Randy drunk. They're fine. They're fine. We're good. We have the water. And again, people have limited budgets. So I'm not gonna super chat for me to drink. I hope not. Well, I mean, I hope so, but I hope not. Vladimir Columbet says, Randy, how much Omi do you need to have to be considered a whale? Wes says 200 million plus. If you have $100,000 worth of Omi, I would consider that a whale. Whatever that is now, 125, 150, give or take. I don't know. Bill Gardner, yep, I read that before. Upgrade Chavez Cat instead of numbers. Yep. Larry Mackin says, protect the Mighties. Protect the Mighties. I have about 2% of the sub 100 Marvel Mighties, all of them, and that's another one of my proudest accomplishments that I don't think really people get talked about. Again, what does protect the Mighties mean? I don't know, and where did that come from? So it came from a few months back when you were able to get the Soul Stone. Well, how did you get the Soul Stone? A soul for a soul. You had to burn a Marvel collectible. Many people were burning Electras. Most people were burning Electras. But other people were burning, commons or uncommons of other things that, have really not a lot of value. But in a video about that, Corey and Alex had talked about it twice in one video, saying, oh, no, the Marvel Mighties are not going to be allowed to be burned. We have to protect the Mighties. So the first time they had said that, it was like, okay, well, you have to... All right, this is for the Soul Stone. For the Soul Stone, you sacrifice collectible. What about the Mighties? They're not on this list. Alex says, no. We have to protect the Mighties. Quandary. I wonder why. And then later in the video, they say, okay, in order to go and take all of these stones, you put them in the gauntlet. When you put them in the gauntlet, you craft it, you get the secret rare gauntlet. And then Corey says, well, wait a minute. Not to bring up the Mighties again, but the Red Skull Marvel Mighty does have a Tesseract. Can we use that? And Alex says, no, Corey, we've gone over this. We have to protect the Mighties. So, that caused a very big Mighty pump, but they haven't addressed it since. What could that be for? Well, it could be for a lot. Like, again, super bullish, we'll go opposite. Super bullish thing. Marvel is somehow in what's that called? Marvel is somehow in Vivi's ViviVerse as the Marvelverse, and they're one of the IP branded worlds. And you need a Marvel Mighty to access it, or they have gamification in there, and you need to have a Marvel Mighty in order to play in that game. I don't know. I would like it to be both. Well, I would like it to be the game, because then I could rent out all my Marvel Mighties, and that'd be great if like the higher Marvel Mighties you have, the better power you have. In the lower mint. I think that'd be fun. Wes says, I got Green Lantern 62 on the drop. Wes, my man, good for you. Ab says, hey, I got 168 Green Lantern. Great job, as always. How do I buy Omi from the UK? Thanks. Ascendex, I think. Bit4x, Ascendex. You could use Uniswap. You could try to buy it from some people on the app. I would use a third party in that. A trusted third party, be like, hey, I'll give you my ETH or USDT or USDC, whatever it is. Then somebody sends me their Omi on the app, and then you could release it to them. Sure, that's fine. I can do something like that. But those are the ways that you can do it. Croner says, Randy, you're the best. Oh, why, thank you, Croner. I try. And hopefully, I'm glad people recognize. Vladimir says, good to be back, Randy. I went MIA for all the FUD, and now I'm back. Good to see you're still posting content. I never stopped. Every day I post content. Every day I post new content, whether it's videos, live streams like we are now, sometimes both. Wes says, condoms are overrated. No. Condoms are not overrated. They're underrated. Like, unless you're with a girl and you know their cycle and you know that they're good and whatever, guys, please go. We don't need any more unwanted babies. I was an unwanted baby. I don't want men. I was put up for adoption probably because I was not wanted, was not intended. I feel like most of that happens with adoption. The Irishman says, still no new exchanges. Even KuCoin would be handy. I would love KuCoin for lots of reasons. I hope they do that, but we'll see. Two Shanks are saying, where would you say the best place to buy Omi is at? I've only got 10,000 Omi on my Coinbase account, but that's because it's easy to use. Uniswap. Try to get it on the app from somebody that's looking to sell. Ascendex, Bit4x, that type of deal. Jordan Riz says, yo, Randy, let's go. I love this game. Terry Collins says, hello from Australia. Hello to Jay Riz as well. What's up, Terry? Terry, reverse, Tear, reverse. What are you doing, Tear? Oh, Lord. Sorry, I love that. I love that skit. Not a skit, it really happened. Omar says, there's a rumor that Spider-Man might appear in Invisible Season 2. I have a feeling the show had potential. Any appearances of Spider-Man we love. Jordan Riz says, yo, Terry, it's super late there. Is it like 3 in the morning? Who be texting me? Oh, please remember to do a tick check. Yep, tick check. Make it Comic-Con, super fun hanging out with you, love chatting. Now load every second of it. Lose out. Any questions about this other? Copy that, friendo. Meow. Ooh. All right. Sorry, just getting a couple of these messages I'm gonna look at and then forget about. Moving on. Riz says, Aussie power. Terry Collins laughing. Darth Chaos says, hello there. Oh, General Darth Chaos. We're doing well. Billgar says, Earth 2. All right, so you go to settings at the bottom of the page. It's customer referral code. Mine is I am Groot. Oh my God, that's amazing. I am Groot. Whoa, you got a lot of sap on you, pal. Ever since you got a little bit of sap, you've turned into a total D-hole. Or is it A-hole? I forget. Dill hole? Aw. I feel attacked. Steve, answer my goddamn message. All right, moving on here. Terry Collins says, I want to be in the whale group. Well, shoot me a message. If you have what it takes, I'll take you on. Sam says, do you think Capcom's assisting with mapping of ViviVerse? I don't think so. I mean, it's possible, but I don't think so. Maybe. Probably low percent chance. They use Omi as fuel for all the vehicles, air and land. Omi will be scarcer than Bitcoin, especially the X-Wing fuel. I don't think they'll use it for fuel. I think it'd be kind of stupid if, here's an X-Wing and it can only fly if you buy fuel for it. But, you know, we'll see. Espana says, suddenly bullish on animated collectibles for the ViviVerse. My kids always ask, what does it do when I'm in the app? Oh, that's interesting. Meaning that your kids might only like it if it does something, like it's animated or has sound. That is interesting. Very interested in that. Jason Pena says, hey, Jordan, love your content, brah. Vance says, MJ was guilty AF, got very close to being found guilty. I mean, he wasn't found guilty, though, right? Like, he wasn't found guilty. So I don't know. I wasn't there. Vivi Wheels says, what up, homie? Hey, can you find out who got 1,500 filters the fastest in Vivi history? 1,500 filters? Could you elaborate what filters are? I'm curious. Bill Gardner says, Jordan, what up? Technologic says, strictly from a music point of view, not what that he may or may not have done, they're nowhere near the same level. I just don't agree. Taylor is our generation's MJ. That's all. No hate. Oh, all right. So you're thinking that MJ is just on a whole other level musically than Taylor, not just popularity. Yeah. I mean, God, he had some bangers. I wish Michael Jackson really would have been alive in the, you know, in kind of this era. But also maybe not. I don't know. It's perfect for the era. Anyway, Crazy Dan 420, what's going on, my brother? Says, hey Randy, to celebrate 2 years on Vivi, I subbed to your channel, Danny DeBull, Vivi Arcade, and renewed with my collectibles channel. Let's go. The future is bright. I am the future. And I remember, I don't remember who it was. I think it was a younger gal at the Nickelodeon Choice Awards, like 20 something years ago. She says, like, I want you to say, I am the future and the future is bright. And all the kids are just like, I am the future and the future is bright. That was really great. Speeches last a long time. But yes, the future is exceedingly bright for a lot of people, for the world. You know, I feel like a lot of the news just kind of keeps you living in fear. But like, all right, here's like a good thing. I think in 2000, the World Health Organization wanted the amount of people in abject poverty to be halved by like 2015, and like they did it by 2013, and now, you know, the amount of people in abject poverty are less and less, you know, which is good. You know, the more that people get out of abject poverty, the more that they can focus on other things like math and science. You know, any of the STEM fields are trying to help. Like, despite what the news might have you believe, the world is a much better place than it was 100 years ago, 50 years ago, 20 years ago, 10 years ago. Yeah, there's a lot of issues that we all have, but it seems to only get better. And again, a lot of issues still, and they're more known, they're more present, they're more talked about because of social media, and we see things, but I'm really, really bullish on humanity. Walrus King says, what's cracking, Aussie crew? Yo, what up? Terry Collins says, Aussie crew. Jason Pena says, I fell off the wagon, Randy. Picked up a PSA 10 Moonbryon for the Lolo. I'm done, collector at heart. I'm so happy for you. Invisible Digital says, now that we have an animated Green Lantern, I'm pretty sure we will get the animated Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, the rest of the Justice League. Hopefully they will be additions. That'd be fun. I mean, we only have a battle statue Flash. You know, we don't have an actual Flash by himself using the Speed Force, or Superman using his laser eyes. Batman with his grappling gun. You know, Hawkgirl swinging her, you know, giant mace thing. And again, still no Jean John that can turn invisible. I would really like a Jean John. Vivi Wheels is, I meant followers. Oh, all right, where was that comment? Followers, Wheels. All right, Wheels, where you at? What was that comment? Did I miss it? Maybe. Oh man, I definitely missed that comment. I'll try to find it once more. If I can't find it, then rip in pasta. Yeah, it's written. Oh, can you find out who got 1,500 followers? I don't know. Maybe I could. I I don't know who to even ask for that. Oh, thank you, Jason Pena, saying welcome to Randonite. Thank you, Jason Pena. Welcome to being a Randonite. Thank you for joining. Uncle Misa's just jumped in. Was good, y'all. Randy, you are my Omi sensei. Meow, meow, meow. All right. So it says, how many grand would you suggest to catch the gold rush of Omi? Of course, not investment advice. Listen, I've told my friends, I said, listen, take out a equity line of credit on your house. Sell what you need to sell. Like, sell your car. Like, sell. I've told my friends, like, sell what you can. And some of them are friends that, you know, I've known for a long time before I got in the military, before I got into wherever. Some are friends that are new and they say like, hey, what do you really think of Omi? And because, you know, I love them. I just love people in general, and they're close to me. I say, hey, listen, do what you can to get as much as possible, and you will not regret it. And a lot of these newer friends that have this long-term vision, they're not into something for a quick flip in a couple days, weeks, months. They have that long-term vision. A lot of people, and I really hate to say this, they can't see the forest for the trees are in the way. I don't know if it's experience or lack of experience. I don't know if it's just the lack of IQ points that, you know, people have, and that they just can't think into the future. Or people that just don't understand tech or don't understand where the world is going. Like it's easy for so we talked about Jordan the other day. Me and this other whale is like, oh, you know, why is, you know, Jordan has a lot. You know, does he like know the team? Does he talk to the team? And it's like, oh, I don't know. If he does, you know, probably not a ton. But I will say this: Jordan takes a lot of Lucy, and, you know, love that or hate that, it helps him see things in a different way. There are people that see things in a different way, and, you know, they could read the writing on the wall, they could read the hieroglyphics and translate it. So I tell, you know, a lot of my friends that are older now, that are investors, that have been around the block, and they understand, like, I don't need to convince them, I don't need to, like, sell them. They're like, okay, they just have a certain thing, and they say, okay, fine, I understand, and you live in the breathe of space, you're telling me this, I trust you. But again, those are my friends. You know, for people online, you know, although Uncle Mish, you a cool person, thanks, man. Stan, you know, how much grand I tell my friends as much as you can. Like in that Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, where Theoden King goes to Aragorn and says, like, go around and give me time. And Aragorn's like, how much time do you need? And Theoden says, as long as you can give me. You know, I would tell my friends, as much as you can conceivably put into Omi without putting yourself in danger of, you know, like losing your house and keeping the bill collectors at bay. And again, you know, listen. Jason Pena says, Randy, I bought Red Hulk number 47 for 1.8x the floor. So all right, so I have to see for Red Hulk because I forget the actual rarity. Man, why the Vivi app keeps like closing on me, and I'm not sure why. You know, we'll see. As soon as it opens. Okay, there we go. Collectors at heart. If I type in Hulk, it should come up. All right, it's a rare. So typically for a rare, at least the Mighties, which this is not, but for a rare, normally it'd be like 6x, sub 100 would be like 6x the floor, but for this, I would say it's like 3 to 4x the floor. For this rare, so the floor is at 158, so I would expect this to be like 450 for sub 100 seems a lot for this, but we'll see. A sub 100 for this Red Hulk, 370, 350, 350, 235. Okay, so there's only like a 2x, right? So the Red Hulk is 158, and you can get one for 235 that's less than 1.5, 50, so it's 8. It's like 1.5x the floor. That's very, very cheap. So a sub 50 from that is normally doubled, so let's say 470, but because this isn't a normal one, let's say like 420, 450. Well, a sub 50, the cheapest one is 790. Obviously that's not going to sell because that's a lot. So the floor, so like I said, what is it, 450, 420? All right, so 1.x, floor of 158. Oh yeah, you got a steal. Yeah, if you got this for 284, steal. Jason Pena, that was a steal. You got a really good deal. You got a really good deal. Uncle Me says, Night Randy. The FOMO kicks in with price raise. Sleepers will sleep. Hashtag protect the Mighties. 100% right. Thanks, Uncle Mish. Omar Kasaja says, can't wait to use R2D2 in the future utility with the X-Wing. I can't wait as well. I love that. Jason Payne says, Marvel Mighty Party. Mario Party. Oh my god, a style game would slap, would burn Omi. Love that burn. That would be amazing. Stephen Duarte says, love me some Randy in a bro way. I love you guys too. And I was even talking to, the whale about this. I was like, talking about the future of my YouTube and how would you exit? I was like, well, I still like it. I enjoy this. Like to me, this isn't really work. I mean, it is, because I'm spending my time, I'm spending my voice, I'm spending my, I'm on vacation. I could be doing a lot of other things, but one, I feel it's like I don't see anybody else doing this. I don't see anybody else going live every single day, uploading videos every single day, and I do feel that responsibility. I feel that responsibility to go and because news happens on this every day. There's enough content out there for me to, there was enough content out there for me to speak for 40 minutes on this stuff, and I still had more content to cover. But again, I like conversing with you guys. I like going and saying hi. I like, as much as, I get people that come to me like, oh, Randy, I feel like I know you. I was like, oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I like getting to know people as well. Like, you guys keep me laughing, and it's fun. Um, but obviously this will not last forever. Um, at some point, there won't be 79, 80 people here. At some point, there'll be 500 people here because Vivi will get so big. Everything's going to get super hyped. In 2021, early 2022, I had hundreds of people here every single day, every time I went live. And that'll happen again. And, that's why my lives were 3.5, 4 hours, because I would answer every comment. At some point I won't be able to. At some point it won't be this intimate. So to be here right now when Mr. Planet Prophet says, whoa, Luke Skywalker. What's happening with Luke Skywalker? So to see, like, I'll know who the OGs are. I'll know who the people that have been here for a while, like Jason Pena, going in and subscribing to this here. And I'll always try to give you guys special attention. All right, let's see. Luke Skywalker, secret rare. Went from 13 to 1600, not bad. Luke Skywalker, ultra rare. 229, that seems really low. Luke Skywalker rares at 93 gems. What happened with Luke Skywalker? I don't think it's that crazy. I don't think anything went that crazy. Right? Yeah, not that crazy. Anyway, Sim Duarte, yeah, I love you guys too. Jason Pena, thank you for joining. Welcome to being a random night. Michael Mironuik says, how do we find the top 500 accounts for Vivi Collectibles? You go to @Noldor Alive. That's NOLDOR Alive over on the Twitter, and he posts it every Saturday. Sometimes Sunday, but most times every Saturday. Mr. Planet Prophet says, ooh. Stan says, how bullish are you with us getting Pokemon? Scale of 1 to 10. We heart you, man. Thanks, Stan. I love you guys too. Let me go and grab some water here. Oh, Jason Pena had joined the Randonites, so maybe that deserves just a little bit. Just a little bit. Ooh. Just a little bit. Ooh. What you want? Okay, yeah, just a little bit. Half shot. You know I got it. What you need? Oh, little respect now. Just a little bit. Okay, Pokemon. When it comes to Pokemon, I would say that I am a casual fan, and it means I love it more than anything. Pokemon is my reason that I'm so successful. Yes, something happened with my brain where it sees patterns where sometimes patterns are that other people don't see, but sometimes it sees patterns that really aren't there. But with my passion for Pokemon, I was able to make a lot of money with it. Again, passion. I'll always love it, and I owe my inner child that. Um, and to embrace, and again, I made a whole video the other day embracing my childlike self, not childish, childlike. It's the part that forces me to grow. It's the part that people can always relate to. So I know the company very intimately. Possibly, maybe not as much as Tesla, although I should. But I know the IP. Know everything about it from the first few generations. The cards, the games, the manga, the TV show. Pokemon Master. I've spent well over 10,000 hours on Pokemon related stuff. And I will say this. Remember that episode of Breaking Bad where Jason goes to Mike Ehrmantraut, the private investigator in Breaking Bad, and says, "Yo, Mike, like, things are getting intense. What's going on?" And then Mike says, "Listen, Jesse, either we're all making it out or none of us are." In that same breath, I'll say that either Vivi is getting Pokemon or nobody is. And Pokemon will do it themselves. If Pokemon goes out into the NFT world, they only have two options. Really only one, but one option is stupid. But they only have two options. So either go with Vivi, the proven system of success, the proven winner of the decade of NFT platforms. They go with Vivi, or they go by themselves. They're not going to any other company, because all the other companies, there is question onto whether any of the other companies will be around in 5 or 10 years. There's no question that will Vivi be around. Vivi will be around 5 to 10, again, winner of the decade. The other companies, I don't care who you are, any other NFT platform out there, it's you cannot say for sure if they'll be around in 5 to 10 years. Vivi will be. Pokemon knows this. So Pokemon could lump Vivi in with the rest of them, be like, "Oh, you're just like the rest of them. Here 1 minute, got a bunch of licenses, out the next minute." Or the people at Pokemon could be smart and say, and you could have somebody in there that says, "Okay, yes, what is the difference between Vivi and these other platforms?" You can make it look like they're an NFT company, they have licenses, they have drops, they have fans, but they also have hate. And all of these other ones, yes, they've disappeared. Yes, a lot of these, they don't make a lot of money. And it might take a while. Maybe Vivi's just going to be next in a long line of failed companies. Or people can dig down and say, okay, why did these companies fail? Because they didn't have the community, they didn't have the money coming in, which is the big freaking point of all this. And not having that money come in is like the factor. It's one of the biggest factors that you have why a company fails. Vivi makes between 3 and 4 million every single month. And this is in a bear market. These are in very off months. And Pokemon is very successful with games. Pokemon Go is insanely successful. But if they're smart, there's a line in a Sean Flukeoff song called "She Could Be You." And he says, "I wish that I could tell you what you don't know." And like all intelligent people, a company like Pokemon is smart enough to know what they don't know. And they, in my opinion, at some point will say, "Hey, listen, we've read the books, we've watched the videos, or any Chavez videos, we've learned as much as we possibly can. We may or may not have gotten lucky with Pokemon Go." Harry Potter, who, very big license, very big fan base, they tried their version of Pokemon Go and they failed. If we try with our version of NFTs, every other platform, most of them have failed. And we don't want to fail. Disney trusts you. DC, Universal, other Japanese IP trusts you. We're going to trust you. And it'll be a beautiful partnership. The negotiations have been going on for at least a year, maybe 2 year and a half. I'm leaning, if on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being absolutely Vivi will get Pokemon, or 1 they'll never get it. I would lean at about a 6.5 or a 7. Let's say 6.9 for the memes. I think there is a greater than 50% chance that Vivi gets Pokemon. And again, it's going to be Vivi or none at all. Vivi will get Pokemon, which is the right move for Pokemon, or Pokemon will try it themselves, and probably a greater than 50% chance that it doesn't work because they won't do it the right way. Tom Brady and Eva Longoria couldn't do it. DraftKings couldn't do it. Like, you have people like Chads. You have real people that are super popular in the world, and the NFTs don't do jack. Now again, Pokemon is different, but you have to know your audience. A lot of people in the Pokemon generation, my generation and below, are so inundated with this false information about NFTs. Oh, this is trash. Look at what's been happening with the Sesame Street stuff. Every single time you have a lot of these uneducated, well-meaning, but uneducated people that are going out and saying, oh, this is not the right thing to do. The amount of things to do for Sesame Street, this is everything that Sesame Street stands against. And the people that talk about it with Star Trek, or again, Sesame Street stuff, whatever it is. That's what a decent amount of again, I'm more in tune with the Pokemon fan base than 99.99999% of the world. And a good half, so there was a poll done on E4, which is like the Pokemon collectors of the physical cards. I would say 50% of the people that had been polled on there that spend oodles of money on Pokemon cards say, hey, what would you think if Pokemon entered NFTs? They were like, meh. A good 30% of people said absolutely not. Pokemon NFTs are trash. NFTs are horrible for the environment. No way Pokemon, and they don't know anything about the negotiations that have been going on. Said Pokemon would never do this. The president of Nintendo said they would never do this. Even though Nintendo only owns about 33% of Pokemon. Said no, Pokemon would never do this. Again, misinformed. But they're absolutely against NFTs. While the other 20% are just like, I don't care. Give me more Pokemon stuff. New way to collect. And that's part of the Pokemon message. In Pokemon Johto, in that in the third season, because you had Pokemon Kanto, you had the Orange Islands, and then you had Johto. So, it's a whole new world we live in. It's a whole new way to see. It's a whole new place with a brand new attitude. But you still have to catch them all and be the best that you can be. To take that into human context, if a real Pokemon master like myself wants to live by the Pokemon creed, it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if it's keychains, if it's shoes. It doesn't matter if it's Pokemon Tamagotchis, things in Pokemon Go, or NFTs. You got to catch them all. You got to be a master. And the way to do that is on Vivi. If they try to do that on their own, there's probably a greater than 50% chance that it doesn't work. Because you've had SM Pratt, Scott Pratt, the Prince of Pokemon, really not that into it. And he's a very influential person in the Pokemon community, as was I. And if I'm going to speak from my rostrum, I will go and say that Scott says that for right now. Maybe because it's the popular opinion, or maybe because that's what he actually believes. I don't know. But I know Scott. We've interacted many times before. You can be damn sure that as soon as Pokemon come to NFTs, Scott might have his principles, whether those are his principles or not. But he could smell which way the wind is blowing. He can go and say, oh, it doesn't matter if I like these or not, if I agree with it or not, I'm going to make a fudge ton of money on these. And he is going to go and he's going to spend tens, if not hundreds of thousands of his hard-earned money on the first appearances of these Pokemon NFTs. He might have to learn a little bit about it first and the process and what Vivi is and all that, but he'll do it. If it's just random 2D JPEGs like Recur did, he probably won't do it. If it's on Vivi, he probably will. He will. If it's on Vivi, he will. Um, yeah. So I would say it's actually a 7. If if Pokemon and Nintendo are smart, which they are, I would lean like a 6.5 to a 7. Let's say average it at 6.9. That Vivi gets Pokemon. I'm gonna have to try to clip that later because that was a really good segment. This Planet Profit says, "Let's go." Stephen Duarte says, "Why would you want to do anything else? You doing 79 viewers at once?" Well, 86 now, 50 likes. Thank you. And it's like, well, here's the thing, Stephen Duarte. Like I said, I love this. I love you guys. Um, but the money that I make right now is technically not worth it. Um, the amount of money that I'm making per hour on YouTube is like less than $10 an hour. So it's not really worth it monetarily speaking to do it. The reason why I continue to do this, one is to inform, like I feel like I do have a responsibility at this point, and two, just because I'm only making a certain amount of money now doesn't mean that I won't be able to 10x this money and eventually maybe make $100 an hour doing this. Have like brand deals, like, oh hey, oh I can't show that. Hey, brought to you by Tazo. I know how to stop bad guys and Agent Orange. Just ask me how. Earl Gertie. There'll be stuff like that. Where I go and they'll pay me $1,000, $10,000 to make a video, sure, or mention them in my video. And in which case it gets better. But that being said, when Omi's 10 cents and I'm a deca millionaire, am I really going to care about $10,000? Am I going to care to do that? I'll be, and again, my end goal is to go and make sure that I buy land in Madagascar and Indonesia, where a lot of the endangered species are, and try to get them off that endangered species list. So at some point, that is where all of my efforts do have to go. And I was talking with a friend about this a couple days ago, and he said, "Randy, listen, I love you, and $100 million," thinking that by the time I'm around 40 and Omi's at, let's say, $1, and I have $100 million, give or take. He's like, "Listen, Randy, $100 million is a lot of money, and you can do a lot of good stuff with that. But it'll only go so far. $1 billion is more money and can take you much farther." So, what do I do? Do I stop my mid 30s, early 40s, and go and I try to solve this problem, by throwing 9 figures at it? And even if I don't succeed, I could at least move the ball forward, as far as conservation efforts go. Sure. But what he was talking about, saying get $1 billion, then you could put $500 million into this. It can go much further, and you still have $500 million left. And I was like, okay, that's fair. But again, like YouTube will only take you so far. Like at that point, it has really got to be strict investing, just entrepreneurial stuff. That's hard. So I'll keep you posted. Obviously, it's still fun. I still love doing this. This has given me a lot of opportunities that I never thought I would get. Speaking to sheikhs, speaking to politicians, speaking to royalty. I wouldn't get that as just normal Randy Chavez, as just a random veteran working in finance. I get that because of the platform. So maybe I do keep it. I don't know. I'll keep you posted. I'm a bot says, keep up the good work. Also the workouts. Trying. Jason Pena says, my logo is my access to Randy for life. It is. Even if I don't do YouTube, 5-10 years in the future, I'm still going to go to the parties. It's still freaking fun. And again, it's not just about fun, although it's very fun. It's about, again, the people you have access to. And Jason Pena says, hey, vacation shot. Yep. Because you joined, I got that vacation shot. Ben's like Strong is laughing. Frank says, yo, Randy, just arrived home from the party. Good to see you, amigo. Good to see you too, Frank. Keep up the good work. As like says, he'll be drilling his forehead soon. Who's drilling the forehead? I don't understand. This Minor Prophet says, and you better remember me. Of course, Minor Prophet. Love you. Van says, Zuck will destroy Elon. Not a chance. This Minor Prophet says, thumbs up, guys. Cheers. Wallace Kings is a very good point. Vivi isn't going anywhere for a very long time. You're correct. It's not. The Irishman, what's going on? Saying, how long does Vivi retain the IP for? With Marvel, it's like a decade. With Disney, probably a couple more years. They'll definitely renew, though. It's different for each. It depends on the contract. It's different for each IP. Kuma says, hopefully Omi will be the currency of the ViviVerse. It will. In the event that it is not, do you think that developers and creators will have the ability to create games and activities that burn Omi? Yes. Easy question. Yes, they definitely will. Whether Omi is or is not the currency of the ViviVerse, which it will be, but it doesn't matter. Creators will be able to make games that burn Omi. 100%. Van says, Vivi does generate revenue. Can't argue against that. Yep. USPS says, trust Vivi. That's true. USPS, Disney, everyone. Irishman says, also, do they have any advertisement plan in place apart from Comic-Cons? Yes. They have been going and... I don't know if this is part of the advertising campaign or not, but they do go and they have fairly influential Web3 people talking about Vivi. And I don't know if that's part of the advertising campaign or because Vivi has done a 180 and has been amazing the last few months, people are just starting to take notice. I don't know, but yes, there is marketing plans in place. Sam says, Pokemon or Exchange has the most potential to shoot Omi to Pluto. Yeah, utility is definitely going to help. Exchanges will help, but Pokemon... Fudge. Yeah. Close the gem squeeze on Vivi, though, but yeah, Pokemon, 100%. Mr. Planet Prophet says, Omi to the moon! Agreed. Irishman says, animated Pokemon would be awesome. Oh my god, I could just picture the trailer for them announcing Pokemon. It'd be like, or like, or Pikachu just on his Pokeball going, Pika! Like, oh god, just could you imagine when Vivi says, hey everyone, announcing, ... and then the video, Pika! I was like, one, I would cry, I would freak out, I would... Jesus, yeah. Everything except my logos and my Lokis would be sold for Pokemon. I really hope they don't do it for like another year or two when I have a ton of Omi and I could buy all this Pokemon stuff. Pokemon being announced in a bull market would be insane. They would sell out millions of... They could have a drop every week and $1 million would be generated every single drop. Yeah. It would be great. Omar says, send you some DMs, and they're great. Oh, all right, Omar. Let's get this bread. Let's see. Data roaming on international. I'm not international. Get the fudge out of here. I'm still in the U.S. Oh, Omar sent me a lot of stuff. Oh, Lauren Taylor, like the reply. I love Lauren Taylor. Keep spreading the love to awesome collectors. Ken Golden says, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much, Lauren Taylor, for this gratitude gift. This is a piece I'll cherish forever. Upcoming August Elite Sports Auction will feature some of Lauren Taylor's pieces that you can add to your collection. Omar says, this is why collecting has such a passion, and congrats on the wonderful art. Y'all almost got me crying, but I'm happy this wonderful moment. Ken Golden Auction gave it to you. Vivi Official has made collectors more passionate than ever about physical and digital. Thank you. Love it. Now, I'm sure she looked into Vivi. Or the crypto interview. Oh, interesting. Spider-Man is rumored to appear in Invincible 2. That'd be great. It'd be great if you can have her on the... Oh, I would love to get Lauren Taylor on. I'd love it. I mean, I have a couple of people that I'd love to get on. You know, we'll see. We shall see. Oh yeah. Frank says, Randy, I'm the guy who's having a 10-cent Omi party on a yacht in Spain. How do I stop it getting crazy? Maybe own it to certain NFT holders. Frank, shoot me a message on Twitter. Shoot me a DM on Twitter. But you could have it only to X amount of people. Yeah, you could do that. Again, I have some ideas. Shoot me a message on Twitter. This Planet Prophet says, Pokemon is dangerous for my wealth. It is. It's my true love. Same. It is my first love. And to quote Barry White, Pokemon was my first. It was my last. It is my everything. No matter what happens, no matter how many great IPs there are, I will choose Pokemon over and over again, every step of the way. I'll always choose them. James Wood, I've got James Wood, says, Frank, it's going to be crazy no matter how you gate it. That's true. Jason Pena says, 2 ways for Pokemon to go, 3D collectibles or 2D cards. Definitely 3D collectibles, you want that. 2D cards would be cool, be fun for gamification, but you want 3D collectibles. Jason Pena says, can I get a Shadowless Charizard NFT? Stop. Yeah, Shadowless Charizard NFT would be great. I'd love it. I love him. Frank says, James Wood, you are correct, my friend. He is. Two Shankster saying, yes, Randy, love to hear that. 3 months ago on my alt account, instead of degenning on things, I decided that all the profit I make, I'll donate to charities involving pandas. It's a great feeling. Oh, it is a great feeling. You actually make a difference in the world. Mr. Planet Prophet says, Snorlax in the ViviVerse, please. Yeah, I'd love that. Safari Zone in the ViviVerse would be nuts. Dan says, when David wears Tesla hats, is he hinting a collaboration? I don't know. I would hope so. Again, I don't know. I would love it if he did. But again, you know, I don't know. Ms. Planner was again, yeah, there are almost 1,000 Pokemon, and we have NFTs. Can go on for a while with that, sure. But like you said, there are gym badges. There are trainers. There are gym leaders. There are NPC characters. There are characters that aren't trainers or gym leaders, you know, but that are Ash's mom, Delia. There's the professors, Professor Oak, Professor Ivy, Professor Elm. There's Brock. Well, Brock's a gym leader. You know, there's Blue. There's Blue. Well, I guess he's a trainer and gym leader as well. There's Blue's sister. There's Green, who's also a trainer. There's an amazing story that a lot of people don't know because they only watched the show or they only played the games. The manga is freaking beautiful, and the story is incredible. And then there's the Pokeballs. There's what, like 30, 40 different types of Pokeballs? There's a ton, and then there's variants, there's shinies. Dude, if Vivi did this, well, I said we're making 8,135 of these Pikachus. One of them will be a shiny because that's the rate. There's Pokemon eggs. There's different Pokemon eggs. There's, yeah. You imagine having a building in the ViviVerse. You have a Pokemon Center, or you have a Pokemart. Back in the day, there were two separate buildings. They've now morphed it into one, but back in the day, two separate buildings. Imagine having an NFT of a bike voucher. Imagine having the NFT of in the first generation, blue, red, and yellow. When you get 150 Pokemon, you can talk to the devs of the game. You can talk to the developer in there, in Saffron City, and they say, "Oh, here's your certificate for being a real Pokemon master, catching 100." And you could get 151. You could get Mew, but it works at 150. It says you are now a real Pokemon master. Congratulations. You can get that. You can, yeah, the badges are cool. You can get the actual gyms. You can get the SS Anne. You can get the trains. You can get again all the vehicles in there. You can get the Poké Dolls that your mom buys you. You can get the Firestone, all of the evolution stones: Fire, Waterstone, Thunderstone, Leafstone. You could get berries. You can get a Poison Berry, Confusion Berry. You can get all of these different things. Everyone would be decked out. You can get the normal badges. You can get the secret badges. You can get, oh god, there's so many things. You can get the items: the Pink Bow, the Super Fang, the Dragon Fang, not the Super Fang. You can get the Pink Bow, the Quick Claw, the Dragon Fang. You can get the Magnet. You can get the Miracle Seed. There are so many different things that you could get. Imagine having something. Oh, here's a TM. Here's all of the TMs. Here's the potions, the hyper potion, the super potion, the max potion, the revive, the max revive. Here's the sacred ash. Here's an item that can only be held. There's a, oh my god. Here's the silver wing. Here's the rainbow wing. Oh my good lord. Here's the medicine. Here's the medicine that you could get for, you had to get for Ampharos in that one mission. Frank just messaged me. I'll message you in a bit, Frank. Meow. Will message when done with live soon. So yeah, there's an unlimited amount of things that you can drop for Pokemon. Frank says, trust me, fam. I got all this figured out. We even have donut boats with grills in the center where we can cook steaks on the blue and green Mediterranean coastline. It will change lives. Jason Pena says, playing Pokemon Go in the ViviVerse, full stop. Oh, talk dirty to me, Jason Pena. Master Balls, waifus, gyms, evolutions, Pokemon food, oh my god, yeah, the Rage candy bars, the missing no, so many things. Listen, guys, thank you so much for joining. This has been a great 2 hours. I love you all. I can't wait to go and talk with you all about this more. My voice is hurting. I've been talking a lot the last few days. Another whale is coming tomorrow. I'm gonna rest. I'm gonna eat the rest of my food. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you so much for the super chats. Thank you so much for being here. I love you guys, and I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. I'll be back as always. Everyone say, where's Dashie? I love you guys. Bye.